I need a girlfriend for like at least like a year. Now, there'd be a girlfriend who likes, who likes to party, but I mean a girlfriend. I need something real,
When you get in the head of other people, that's where the money is and that's where life is.
You see somebody and you have a way to make them...
Adam.
Yeah, I like this guy.
Advertising. You look at your target audience and you figure out what they want and you give it to them. And that's all it is.
Mac.
No. It doesn't come
and
from...
Mac well. I envy it.
Because every time I get laid with one of these girls that I pretend to be somebody else with,
Yeah.
it's the worst sex I've ever had. And not only is it the worst sex, but I don't
Really?
even remember it.
Whoa, are you saying that but I mean, even if they're hot.
I look at people, I see what they want. I know what they want on paper.
How?
You look at their shoes, you look at their earrings.
What do you mean their shoes? If they're wearing shoes and you were able to figure out
you just target in.
Right.
And then I see a girl who I know lives in Wicker Park, or I see a girl that I know lives in Lincoln Park. And I target in on that.
Somebody from Lincoln Park.
A girl from Lincoln Park, you want to make her feel like she doesn't belong in Wicker Park. A girl from Wicker Park, you want to let her know that you know more about Wicker Park than she'll ever know.
Well, fuck, more girls where I came from than
What is
where I
wrong
came.
with you in this?
Me, man. Because they never...
Why don't you just have sex like twice in your life and make sure it's with like a great girl and it's great sex and you'll feel pity for me. I've only fucked like 30 girls. I cannot remember half of these girls' names. And you think it's a beneficial aspect? It's just a joke. They're having sex with me because I'm a door guy and I'm black.
Man. Oh, look at me. I'm slumming with a black guy. Fuck that. I mean, I haven't been laid in a year.
Dude, I've gone a year without getting laid.
Yeah,
recently,
but
recently,
you had that.
Like
you had
like,
that time
look,
where you everything that moved.
People think I'm a whore, and then
No.
some people
Dude, men are not whores though.
No. But I kind of was a whore. I've tried really hard to go past 6 months, and I'm 25, and
I'm 27, man.
I haven't. I can't. And I've never cheated on a girl that I've had a serious relationship with, like going past 2 or 3 months. It's just, it never works out like past 5 or 6 months, and I wish it would. And that's why I know, that's why I'm all depressed about me having kids with, the woman I'm married to.
I am a Jew, though. And everybody hates Jews. And
Jews don't hate Jews.
Jews don't hate Jews. The rest of the world hates Jews, though. Right?
You guys are mean.
We are fucking mean, man. I grew up in a nice suburb, and I was like, black people are all evil.
My dad grew up...
criminals. And man.
My dad grew up loving Jewish people. He'd
say
to me,
man.
dude, stop knocking yourself. Stop hating your own people.
I hate me, and I hate where I grew up.
Get over whatever stigma the world's given you. You're always going to be Jewish in a way, and you're always going to be Adam.
But can we both say the same thing? The same thing? Like slavery and people who killed the Jews in the Holocaust?
I'm never...
And then the Middle East, man. They're blowing up my people.
Just got to think of you as yourself, man. I don't even believe in souls.
I can't even do that, man.
Just believe in yourself is what you'd be thinking if none of this happened. All that matters is that regardless of skin color, regardless of history, or even genetics in a way, it's all about being born an artist or being born a number counter. It's all about being born a fighter or being born a martyr. It doesn't matter where we were from. You have to accept the fact that you have this certain point of view or this opposition towards your own nature. And it can't be anything else.
And you know what? And that's deep, but what do I do when I lived in Israel for
You're losing
year.
the fight.
It's not that easy when you see your own people just being murdered, man.
2 people tried to kill me. I can't say it was racist because I think it's just because people hate each other in general.
They do.
Since we were amoebas, we knew we had to kill the thing next to us. And a lot of people won't accept that's what we're still doing, just a little more developed.
We did the same thing to black people. So
it's not just we.
I mean not me, but I'm saying the people.
2,000 years ago, black people were doing it to black people, and it was totally acceptable.
It's not like me and you, but it's because I'm white and you're black.
I'm saying in our most basic form, you defeat yourself to become stronger than yourself. You defeat your twin or your exact copy to double your strength. And you keep trying to break it down to white and black, and I'm just saying, whether you're a procreationist or evolutionist, you know, whether a group of human beings or a genre of people.
Let's say you walked in here and you were purple, and you were like, purple. But I was like, you know what, man, I like you. Well, just because I grew up with the same thing, man, because they killed 6 million of us in the Holocaust.
Do you know how many Holocausts there were? I hate the word the Holocaust. Japan had a Holocaust.
Japan, we had to do it because they wouldn't give up.
It wasn't just, no, I'm not talking about Hiroshima or Nagasaki, Adam. Those were parts of war. Those were a Holocaust. We threatened those people.
Right.
I'm talking Japan had a Holocaust before all that. There were Japanese people killing a bunch of Japanese people. Haiti had a Holocaust with Haitians and Dominicans killing a great deal of Haitians. Right. Hawaii had a genocidal Holocaust when the Britons took over Hawaii. How do you think we got that place? American Indians, where are they?
You're right.
They're all dead. That was a Holocaust. Jewish people say the Holocaust. We had a Holocaust. And keep screaming that the number 6 million. You guys have the average. Everybody's lost like 6 million. There were 6 million Haitians killed. There were 6 million Hawaiian people killed. How can you say we had the Holocaust? Is your so-called race like more significant than other people's races?
You're right.
Just like Christians were getting killed until Nero became Christian. Just like Jews were getting killed. Just like the Muslims were getting killed before Muhammad started kicking major ass. Buddhists were getting killed for a while. There is no the Holocaust. Much as I like Jewish people, I just don't know how you can put the as that type of standing article. When my people lost a large percentage and a lot of other people's, that article is totally misplaced, and it doesn't help your argument. It hinders it in such a way that it's almost offensive. But I'm not offended by you.
But you know what? Because I would say that U.S. and the whole slavery thing was it's the same thing.
You know what? You realize at like the age of 2 or 3, you learn to start dealing with that. The word white trash pisses me off. It's all of a sudden you have to describe trash as being white and special. You assume trash is black, and then every time I hear the Holocaust, I'm sorry, but I just snap. You guys aren't the only ones.
You're right, man. That's deep. We would blow them to smithereens. But when Israel does it, they go in. It's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it, Israel. Because, Israel shouldn't do that. But why? Suicide bombers every day. But there is no other choice, man. There's no other choice.
First of all, besides weeding them out, Israelis will never be able to do it. And because you guys have been occupying that land 35 years, and it wasn't Israel's land before.
But the thing is though, Barak offered them everything that they wanted. He gave them half of Jerusalem, and they said no. They said no. Arafat said no. Arafat is an evil terrorist. Man, he's a terrorist.
I don't know if I can disagree with you.
God, they blow up my people. It wasn't their land though. Israel was there first. Israel was there first. These other people were all from Egypt, Jordan, and Jordan kicked them out, and then they came to Palestine. But Israel has been in the Bible since the beginning of time.
Israel's got fucked.
But first of all, just not anything else. Israel is our ally. Hub.
In language.
Because Arabs hate us, dude, and you know that.
The truth is that I just don't see you guys there like 2,000 years ago ever having that land.
But we were though.
It's just not feasible. You guys are Sumerians. How would you hold that up in stuff that talks about horses flying? How are you going to try to hold DNA and genealogy?
But we were there before any Arabs were in that land.
But when things started getting documented and people's created countries and governments, that doesn't count until like the U.S. comes and has a war with somebody.
There's suicide bombs every day, man.
You guys are killing more Palestinians than I can name, and I've been there.
But we have to, man.
You know what? Nobody has to kill anybody.
So they can blow us up in buses, but we can't, come back at them and blow them up. Now, why? Why is that? Why can they just, blow up people from Israel? Innocent people, and we can't pay it back. World Trade Center, and we can bomb the fuck out of them. And then, everyone's like, U.S. is like, Israel, don't. No. Israel can't do it, man. I mean, those people were innocent. Those people were also innocent. Payback is a bitch. And an eye for an eye, man. See, because people like that say that, oh, these people are innocent. So are these other people who were on these buses. They were innocent too. And it bothers me because nobody can see that because if the USA does it, okay, fine, because terrorized. But if Israel does it, all of a sudden it's like, oh, Israel is just evil. Now, why is that? Because everyone hates Jews, man. They all hate Jews. Everybody hates Jews, man.
No, you're wrong.
It's so anti-Semitic, man.
No, you're so wrong.
I mean, they hate Jews. They don't want Israel. I mean, thank God Israel is the hub in the Middle East, because I'm telling you, if it wasn't, the U.S. wouldn't give a shit about them Jews.
I don't think it is.
They wouldn't give a shit about them Jews.
I mean, you guys have a crazy history going back.
Well, 50 years.
But you've been bringing up biblical all night. Now you're going to say 50 years? You're talking 3,000 years ago.
You're right.
Like 10
it
minutes
is
ago.
3,000 years.
Saying the last 50 years, you guys took over those Palestinians pretty bad. If it doesn't have
Dude, first of all, they were people from Jordan, Lebanon, Egypt, and they kicked them out.
See, now you're talking that crazy stuff I was talking about before we even started this conversation.
But they came over.
What's the difference between a Haitian and Dominican or Haitian and African?
No. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying that Jordan kicked out a lot of these Arabs.
And Jordanians aren't Arabs right now.
They are Arabs.
Why did a bunch of Arabs kick out Arabs? Why do they have a right to that land that a bunch of Arabs kicked out Arabs from?
And they came, and they gave them Palestinian state, Gaza, and the West Bank. But they want more. They want Yerushalayim.
I don't think you have an argument at all, because I'm the most unbiased atheist. I have no remorse or regards by anything. I could kill the both of you and go home and eat a donut. I don't care. I don't care if I was born striped. I don't care if you were born polka dot. And I don't care if you were born rainbow. If somebody bet me $7 million to kill both of you, you'd both be dead in the next 5 seconds. I don't care about skin color. I don't care about religion. I don't think there's a God. I'm all about evolution. I don't care about the black race, the white race, any race. I just care about the truth. You're not really Jewish. It's a religion. It's like saying you're Muslim after you transferred. Jewish people are all black. I'm not even fully black, and I wish I was. Right. Jewish people are black. Jewish people are from Africa. I don't think there's a God, and I don't think there's a Muhammad, and I don't think there's a Jesus Christ, and I don't think there's the next Messiah. The same Jewish people that were slaves of the Egyptians are not the same nationality or genealogy as the Jewish people now. So when you use a religious connotation or religious reference for your people being mistreated, from you to the people back in Africa, that means it's your land. It doesn't mean anything to me. They got kicked out by the Jordanians, and it's not their land, and you want to use Bible. It doesn't make sense, because they're not the same people that were in the Bible. The Jewish people in the Bible didn't look anything like you. I remember, if you read more than one Bible, you realize that people that look like you, and no disrespect, because I love white people, no disrespect, the people that are from your race, we're not there yet. It's just a name that white people adapted, just like Mexican people started calling themselves Polynesians after they took a boat over. The biggest problem the whole Jewish race has with other races is that they relate facts with religious references, and you can't. Because everybody else is either hating Jewish people for religious reference, which is bullshit, or they're hating them for some political reason. And you guys are like the oldest connotation of race and religion, just like people assume Muslims are Arabs. And you have the whitest Muslims in the world and the blackest Muslims in the world. You can't call them all Muslim, you can't call them all Arab. But it switches nationalities and races and genealogy. And you, my friend, today, Adam, and I'll think even more of you the next time I see you.
You're right.
But I don't know if I'm right. But you'll probably hate me.
No. You made some good points. All right, brother. Thank you, brother. Man, thank you, man. Oh, that was fun. That was some good conversation. Deep. Life can be good. You know, life can be satisfying. You know, life can be, just good, you know? I mean, fun, man. Life can be good. I mean, you don't have to wake up every day and just be like, I woke up and I just fucking hate this life. Life can be good if you find the right person. I'm looking for love, man. I mean, that's what it's about.